Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Lee, alongside, as always, with Jeremy Sadowski, and we're here to bring you exciting high school football action. 2017 Mustang Football is brought to you by the Manhattan Beach Athletic Foundation. Live from Palos Verdes Estates in Palos Verdes, California, it's Mustang Football 2017. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris Lee, alongside, as always, with Jeremy Sadowski, and we're here to bring you exciting high school football action in what is a pivotal Bay League contest here with your Maricosta Mustangs taking on the PVC Kings. This is a big game here for the Mustangs, the first of big back-to-back games. Of course, Mustangs take on Redondo next week. Meanwhile, PV comes in fresh off of a 45-14 victory at Morningside, which pushed the Sea Kings to 3-0 in the Bay League. So, Jeremy, this is a huge match. If the Sea Kings can win tonight, they put themselves in a heck of a great position. As at this stage, all they have left in the Bay League is at Peninsula, which should be an easy victory there for the Sea Kings. So this is really the last big hurdle for PV, while the Mustangs still have one more hurdle left to go.
Yeah, Chris, you called it. This is a pivotal Bay League matchup. We've been hyping this up all through the Bay League season leading up to this point. Of course, like you said, it's the first of two major big-time games for the Mustangs. And the winner of this game, with both teams being undefeated in Bay League action coming into this game, the winner will have clinched a share of the Bay League title. And as you mentioned, PV after this game has Peninsula up next. And like you said, Peninsula is not that strong of a team this year. Should be an easy win for Palos Verdes. Palos Verdes already beat Redondo, as you mentioned earlier. They beat Redondo 37-35 right here in Palos Verdes. So again, this matchup, the winner will have a share of the Bay League title, and that's exactly what happened last season. Of course, the Mustangs were able to defeat Palos Verdes at Waller Stadium and capture a share of the title, but then lost the following week to Redondo. So it was a three-way tie for the Bay League title last year. So this is a pivotal game. It's a lot of close friendships. I know we even one of our former coaches, Guy Gardner, has led this PV team into championship form over the last few years, including a couple CIF championships. And of course, Guy was part of the first couple championship runs here at Maricosta. So these coaching staffs know each other very well, and it should be an exciting game.
Of course, Guy Gardner, not only a coach at Maricosta, but also a former Mustang player. Guy Gardner, a former quarterback at Maricosta back when you and I were playing, Jeremy. Of course, Guy Gardner was the quarterback coach, working with Jeff Diusa, famous for the Diusa comeback. So a lot of connections for sure between these two schools, and particularly with the head coach, Guy Gardner. Now, meantime, the Sea Kings come into this contest, like I mentioned, that 3-0 Bay League record, 5-3 overall. Mustangs, of course, coming in 4-4 overall, and also with that equal 3-0 Bay League schedule. So this will be a big contest. Let's see who is the first team to go continue on undefeated and give the other team its first loss.
Yeah, Chris, and also Palos Verdes, with the new alignment of CIF 11-man football, they are Division 3. Maricosta is Division 6, and next week Maricosta plays Division 5 Redondo. So they've been playing Division 9 and 10 teams so far in the start of Bay League action, but the quality of the opponent definitely is very high with this team. This is a championship caliber team here, Chris.
Of course, Jeremy, this game being a day game can definitely throw a team off, particularly as some of these games in the past have been just downright hot. This is the only day game really that the Mustangs have consistently on their schedule anymore, since Beverly Hills is no longer an opponent. Jeremy, just talk briefly as we are about to get started here about the impact of the day game, just in terms of the regular Friday schedule for the players.
Yeah, Chris, these players are used to a certain schedule. You know, they're getting pretty much ready for their team meal probably about this time on a normal Friday. So it definitely throws everything into out of whack, I would say, a little bit. Let's see, and there's the kickoff on what appeared to be an offsides of the Mustangs. So the second time is a charm as we see Guy Gardner and the Sea Kings coming out on offense for the first time.
So let's see how the Mustangs can respond here to a tough Bay League opponent, really their first big Bay League challenge. So, Twile, you mentioned PV has already played Redondo, so they've already had one big challenge. It's going to be a big battle here for the Mustangs for sure. Anytime Mustangs showing blitz, it's a throw, and that is complete on the outside. And oh, what a nifty move out there! Finally being thrown down is the Sea Kings number 7. Of course, that is Alessi, the sophomore receiver who's had a very solid year here for the Sea Kings. Meantime, that one is up and no good. What a great play defensively by the Mustangs.
Yeah, Thomason made a great read on that play and knocked the ball out as the receiver's trying to haul it in.
So second down coming up here.
Another completion for Palos Verdes down to the 20-yard line. And again, Guy Gardner has looks like he scripted these plays, and this team is running on all cylinders right here in the first drive.
There's PV in the shotgun / I formation here, but running a power play would be a typical I formation type play. 8 yards, going to bring up a 2nd and 2. PV off to a good start here offensively. Let's see if the Mustangs defense can tighten up. Meantime, PV on the run right, knocked out of bounds. That looks like that may be enough though for a Sea King first down, so it will be 1st and goal.
Yeah, you mentioned that sort of shotgun I formation that PV runs. It's kind of an interesting hybrid of the I formation and the shotgun.
And meantime, PV throws, incomplete. Jeremy, as a former center, how challenging would that be to perfect that snap? It's not a typical shotgun depth.
Yeah, but the good thing is, Chris, if you're continuously going out of that formation, by this time of the year, you pretty much have it down. But I can only imagine going up against a a nose guard like Jonah Tavai, you might get a little antsy, might, put a little too much on that snap. So that might be something interesting to watch out for as this game progresses.
Of course, PV now on third down. It's a sweep left. It's close, and that does look like he is in. Touchdown, Sea Kings.
Yeah, he jumped right over that last man there and into the end zone for the first score of the game on Palos Verdes' first drive here. So Sea King offense is looking pretty good. Mustang defense definitely will have to shore up to compete in this game.
First, Mustangs did force a third down situation, so at least there's some positive there. If they could continue to force PV and keep them in third and long situations, they'll definitely increase their likelihood of success. Meantime, the Mustangs offense is on the field. We see quarterback Carpino out there for the Mustangs. As we've seen this season, a combination of Carpino and Reed Fabre. Meantime, this one is complete to the Mustangs Tavai. Second down coming up. Play action. Carpino rose, throws, and that. Let's see if they say cut it. He did.
Actually, I believe it was incomplete to Frank Love there, which will set up a third down play here for the Mustangs. A key early play in the Mustangs' first drive, Chris.
Meantime, the Mustangs in that traditional I formation. Carpino rolls, throws to the left-hand side, and coming back was the intended receiver.
Yeah, that one was awfully close to being intercepted by Palos Verdes there. Carpino got lucky on that play. Mustangs are looking to punt, and Palos Verdes calls a timeout here, so we'll see what happens here. But the Mustangs definitely got lucky on that previous play that it wasn't intercepted.
Of course, we've seen the Mustangs, like I mentioned, going back and forth between Carpino and Reed Fabre, two different styled quarterbacks. Fabre definitely, we've argued, maybe better suited for a spread formation than an I formation. Carpino seems like he may be comfortable in both. So let's see how the Mustangs offense flows here today, and if Carpino is more of the focal point. Meantime, the Sea Kings, that is complete, and streaking down the middle of the field for a touchdown. PV again on the board.
Yeah, that was a tough break for the Mustang defense. They came up trying to get pressure on the Palos Verdes quarterback, but there was no safety help there for the corner. And like you said, the receiver was just able to streak, and then that quarterback was able to hit the man in stride for the touchdown as Palos Verdes misses the extra point here and will take a 13-0 lead here with 7 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the first quarter.
So the good news for the Mustangs is it is still early in this game, although looks like briefly may have been hurt, but limping off the field there is the Mustangs return man. Meantime, Mustangs offense coming out first and 10, looking to get a spark.
Yeah, Frank Love stumbled there at the 2-yard line. Bad field position here for the Mustangs.
Mustangs run right, but oh boy, they barely made it out of the end zone there. So second down coming up. Carpino in shotgun. Takes a snap, hands, fakes to the man in motion, instead throws deep. And oh, what a big play by Kellenbach.
Yeah, you called
First and 10 Mustangs.
Yeah, you definitely called it there, Chris. That was a huge play by Kellenbach, getting open there as Carpino was able to find him and getting it into Palos Verdes territory here in the first quarter. Tavai on the handoff will gain a couple yards here for the Mustangs, bringing up 2nd and long. Mustang offense is starting to move the ball here a little bit, Chris, as it's about 2nd and 6 here at about the Palos Verdes 45-yard line.
Mustangs on the ground. Going to bring up a 3rd down situation.
Yeah, the Mustangs are definitely featuring Jonah Tavai here on the ground and trying to mix it up with some passes, as we were able to see Carpino complete to Kellenbach earlier on this drive. Hopefully Mustangs can continue this momentum.
Yeah, Chris, Tavai, one of those guys that's just so talented, you just want to get him the ball any way you can and take advantage of that skill set. As, again, we see the Mustangs really trying to just grind it and pound it forward here, and that is close, but just shy of the 1st down marker, so it's 4th down and inches. Yeah. Expect the Mustangs to go for it here.
Yeah, we saw Reed Verbraek come in on that 3rd down play and try to pick up the 1st down. Appeared to be limping off. We'll see if we see Reed later on in this game. He's been battling injuries all season, from ankles to shoulders. He, like I was saying before, Reed is definitely a running style dual threat quarterback, whereas Carpino is primarily a drop back passer. So Reed Verbraek's been pretty banged up, as we saw him limp off the field on 3rd down.
So the Mustangs run straight up the middle, and they are able to get the 1st down. That is Tavai with the carry. So 1st and 10 Mustangs. Mustangs keep this drive alive. Of course, Mustangs blessed with a plethora of talented running backs. But so far, it's been the Jonah Tavai show. Meantime, Carpino going, throwing, and incomplete, trying to hit Kellenbach at the end zone. 2nd down coming up. Those things go back to the ground game. This time it works for about 2, so it's 3rd down and 8 about to come up here for the Mustangs. That was Hill with the carry. Hill has been the Mustangs starter, but they've also gotten good production out of Malachi McMahon as well as Evanson Franklin out of that talented backfield that includes Jonah Tavai.
Yeah, and Vashon Hill definitely has been filling in since Malachi got injured in week 4, so he's missed a few games here, but he is set to be coming back, I believe, for next week's game. He thought he would be ready for Bay League action, but that turf toe injury's just, sort of lingered on a little bit as this season has worn on.
Meantime, Carpino is in shotgun, takes the snap. He looks middle, throws middle, and just too high. Getting hammered on the play was the Mustangs receiver, but that will come up with a 4th down situation. Again, Mustang's likely to go for it here.
Yeah, there was a holding on the Mustangs that was declined, but like you said, Mustangs will go for it here on 4th and long.
Carpino throws, and incomplete. Almost had himself a touchdown, but that is incomplete, so PV will take over 1st and 10 on the turnover on downs. Sea Kings keep this one on the ground, and the Mustangs are right there to vie again in the middle of things.
Yeah, one thing since Guy Gardner took over this Palos Verdes team, the offense has been prolific. That's another smart play by the Palos Verdes quarterback. Like you said, when you can't find an open receiver, you just got to throw it out of bounds where nobody can get it, Chris, right?
Oh, yeah. That's always been my philosophy. Meantime, PV back to the ground. Let's see if the Mustangs are able to get some return here, but great job by the Mustangs D when they really needed it. Here's the punt. Mustangs would have really been in trouble if PV had scored on this drive, so good stop by the Mustangs D.
Let's see what the Mustangs can do here near the end of the first quarter.
Carpino looks right, throws right, and that is caught. I believe that was Salazar. 5-yard gain, 2nd down, and call it a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4 coming up. We are nearing the end of the first quarter. Meantime, Mustangs keep this one on the ground. It's Hill gets to the 30-yard line, maybe the 31, depending on where they spot it, but a good run by Hill.
That will end the first quarter with a score Sea Kings.
And that is how the first quarter is going to end. Mustangs trail 13-0.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is on Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs and public education. The charity walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids' fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and lots more. Register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of the event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs and education.
And we're back as Mustangs trail 13-0 here in a day game at Palos Verdes, Mustangs and Sea Kings. And what is an early battle here for Bay League supremacy. The winning team could really take the driver's seat when it comes to the Bay League Championship and would certainly guarantee at the worst a tie for the Bay League Championship. So this is a huge game, no doubt.
Yeah, Chris, you called it. This is a huge game here for the Mustangs and Sea Kings. Like you said, the winner will have a share of the title. Let's see what happens if the Mustangs can rebound after that first quarter trailing 13-0. And Jonah Tavai with the run up the middle. Nothing doing on that play for the Mustangs. So it's going to be, again, 4th down and short for the Mustangs. Let's see what they do here as the Mustangs are struggling to pick up first down so far in this game.
So the Mustangs start off on the ground with a little power motion here. Sea Kings are indicating that the ball was loose. When you get the officials' word here, Looks like it did pop loose, but the Mustangs did maintain possession.
Yeah, Jonah Tavai's been really effective this season picking up those 4th and shorts. It's tough to stop him once he gets that momentum going, Chris.
Mustangs back to the ground. The Sea Kings defense is tough to run against, so this will definitely be a good challenge for the Mustangs O-line. Mustangs stopped about 4 yards shy of the first down marker. Carpino pumps, throws, has a man, and just underthrew his target. Looked like that may have been the Mustangs. Kellenbach is the intended target, but underthrown ball incomplete. Boy, I know Carpino would love to get that one back. Meantime, Mustangs Hill, but the carry breaks a couple of tackles and is finally brought down at about the 40. Let's see, it looks like they're spotting it at the 43-yard line. First down, though, for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Mustangs are looking good so far on this drive here, as it started at the end of the first quarter and they're still driving here in the second quarter.
Anytime that passes up and incomplete. Second down coming up. Again, we're here in the second quarter. Mustangs trail 13-0 to the PVC Kings. Mustangs in their road white uniforms. Palos Verdes in their home red and black. This seems like the traditional schedule here for the Mustangs the last 3 years. They seem to like finishing that Bay League schedule back-to-back with PV and Redondo. Anytime Carpino looks that, throws, and completes for a short gain here. So fourth down looks like about to come up for the Mustangs.
Yeah, you called it. Those last 2 games are very huge games for this Mustang team, as you've got Palos Verdes, who has dominated Bay League over the last few years, and of course arch rival Redondo.
Time the punt by Tavai, that good old rugby style punt, a beauty. That might be one of Tavai's best punts all season. Pins the Sea Kings down at the 11. Man in motion. Sea Kings keeping on the ground, and the Mustangs get the tackle. Good gain there for PV. Got about 4 on the play, so it's second. I'm sorry, may make that 6 on the play, so it's second and a short 4. Sea Kings back to the ground, and this time Tavai says, "No, sir, not on my watch," and throws him down. Third down coming up.
Third and 2 from the 19.
Big play here for the Mustang defense. As
third and 2 for the Sea Kings.
Let's see if the Mustang defense can hold Palos Verdes here and get the ball back with hopefully pretty good field position if they can force a punt.
Of course, Mustangs would love to get on the scoreboard here before halftime.
That was a key third down stop. That should force a punt here by Palos Verdes, and the Mustangs should get some good field position and hopefully score before the end of the first half.
Short punt, high. Mustangs won't have time to really get much of return, though. Thrown down is Evans and Franklin. There is a flag, though. It was against PV, so the Mustangs will make Palos Verdes re-kick. Here's the snap, and Mustangs get a block punt. It's into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Bobby Millay with the blocked punt, recovered by Berga Donovan. Mustangs are on the board.
Yeah, Chris, that is definitely a momentum changer here in the second quarter as Mustangs were able to get a block. Let's take another look at this play as Bobby Millay gets the pressure right up the middle and is able to come free, get the block, and then Bergen Donovan is able to out hustle the Palos Verdes punter to the ball in the end zone and get the touchdown. That was a huge play. If Palos Verdes punter is able to recover that, that's only 2 points. But that's a touchdown, and now the Mustangs are right back into this game.
Yeah, and of course, another factor in that play as the Mustangs' point after attempt is up high, straight, and good by Jack Austin. But the other factor in that is the Sea Kings do not line up in a traditional punt formation. They like to kind of line up as if they may run a play and then step back into punt formation. But that definitely throws the distance off between, again, the snap. So it certainly pushed the punter much closer to the line of scrimmage, which really helped Bobby Millay get there in time to get that block.
Yeah, that similar formation was run by the Mustangs a couple years ago when David Arredondo was quarterback. They would always do that late shift into punt formation when he was punting.
Meantime, after a big first down carry by the Sea Kings, Mustangs come up with a nice first down stop. This time, forcing a second and long.
Yeah, the strategy by doing that late shift forces that deep safety who is back to return the punt to come up and sort of stay in a in-between position in case they do go for it. And that will be third down for the Sea Kings. Mustangs defense has definitely tightened up here in the second quarter. Nice play there, Chris.
Yeah, you got that right, Jeremy. Mustangs defense was there making the tackle as the PV receiver was catching the ball. Fourth down coming up, 4th and 9. Sea Kings will go for it here on 4th down, and now there's movement. Left tackle for the Sea Kings moved early. That's a motion penalty. Let's see if that changes Guy Gardner's mind. And there they go into the shift. Huge play there. That offside definitely convinced PV to punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone, touchback for the Mustangs. So with 2:21 left to go in this first half, Mustangs take over 1st and 10 from the 20. It's a handoff on the first play, and a flag comes in. It was Franklin with the carry, but let's see what the call is. And it's against the Mustangs.
tough call there for the Mustangs. Definitely had the momentum. Let's see if the Mustangs can recover from that penalty and get into the end zone and potentially take the lead going into halftime.
So Mustangs looks like they may play this one conservative as they go back to the ground game, stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it's still second and long Mustangs. Mustangs certainly do not appear to be in any rush here to run this play, so Mustangs appear to be content trying to take this one into halftime, trailing 7-13.
This has definitely been
Third
a battle
down here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Chris, this has definitely been a battle here at Palos Verdes in this first half. Mentioned the score being 13-7, Palos Verdes. It's anybody's game at this point.
That was Hill stopped well short of the line of scrimmage, so. And it was another penalty against the Mustangs.
Penalty was holding against the Mustangs.
Yeah, that's 2 big penalties against the Mustangs offense so far this drive, pinning them deep into their own territory.
With the score, Sea-Kings 13, Mustangs 7.
And that will do it. Mustangs go into halftime trailing 13-7 against the Sea Kings. Fans, stay tuned for a special halftime presentation, and then we'll be right back for the third quarter.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is on Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs and public education. Charity Walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids' fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and lots more. Register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of the event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs. And welcome back to the third quarter. What did you think of that first half of play, Chris? Mustangs went down 13-0, and then were able to battle back into the game as the half finished off Palos Verdes 13-7.
Yeah, the Mustangs defense, though certainly not the start that they would have liked, certainly responded well. Mustangs really turned things around defensively. Again, as you mentioned, after trailing 13-0, that was it. That was all they gave up the rest of the first half. That's exactly the kind of defensive help they needed. To be honest, Jeremy, it really felt like the Mustangs were struggling offensively, having some challenges defensively through that first quarter, especially. Felt like this was one of those games that could have gotten away from the Mustangs quickly. But instead, the Mustangs were able to fight and kind of keep this one close. And then next thing you know, they get a block punt recovered by Berger Donovan for a touchdown, and it's suddenly a one-score game. So good job here, good resiliency by the Mustangs to not let the score or how the game's going really get them down. They just kept fighting, and boom, just like that, they're back in this contest.
Yeah, you called it. The Mustangs struggled a bit offensively and defensively, but the special teams, they definitely came to play here. Like you mentioned, that blocked punt for the touchdown and then the missed extra point, and the Mustangs are right in this game. We see Frank Love there for a short gain for the Mustangs on the ground, which will set up a second down and long situation at Carpino in shotgun.
So, Jeremy, as that one falls incomplete, this is really the first full game look we've really had at Carpino. And most of his other games, it's still been kind of split duties with Reed Verbrae. Jeremy, were you a little surprised by that? That change here being basically just the Carpino show?
Well, like I mentioned in the first half, when Verbrae came in on that third down play, he appeared to be limping pretty badly there. So I noticed when he was coming back onto the field from halftime, he still was limping. So I think those injuries have definitely caught up to him. And hopefully we'll see... hopefully Carpino can finish this off for the Mustangs and pull off this come-from-behind win.
I also noticed a bit of a change in the running back strategy. I mentioned all those talented running backs the Mustangs have. Hill, McMahon, Frank Love, and, of course, the big Jonah Tavai. But so far, this first half, this has really been more about Jonah Tavai. He's been the featured back in this contest, which tells me the Mustangs coaching staff was really looking to pound this.
The Mustang defense just got there for a long touchdown run by Palos Verdes. So that definitely will shift the momentum back into the Palos Verdes side. And with that extra point, the Palos Verdes Sea Kings now lead by 13 points here.
Yeah, just got done talking about the Mustangs' focus on pounding the ball. Let's see if that changes now that that lead has increased to a two-score lead for the Sea Kings. Meantime, the Mustangs' run attempt is stopped with a 1 yard loss on the play, so it's second down and 11 coming up. There's the throw on the run and incomplete. Mustangs looking for a flag, but don't see one thrown there. That was Kellenbach, the intended receiver. Definitely no one open there outside of that. But meantime, Carpino on third down now under pressure. Ooh, boy, barely escapes out of the end zone, scrambles and makes a nice play. Carpino was under pressure and had to step a couple of yards into the end zone just to try to escape pressure. Was able to scramble, but is shy of that first down marker, so it's fourth and punting Mustangs. And meantime, that one was almost blocked. We've already seen one block punt earlier tonight. That time, the Sea Kings almost got a piece of that one. Thank goodness for Tavai's rugby style kick. That one rolled all the way down deep. That's two huge punts Tavai's had now tonight, pinning PV deep, and oh, just incomplete. Second down coming up. Sea Kings in shotgun. There's the snap, the throw, and that is thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. Third down and 10 coming up. PV with play action. QB keeper, nowhere to go but down. Mustangs defense with a big play, forcing a fourth down and punting.
Yeah, that was a key stop here by the Mustangs defense to get the ball back, trailing by 13 points here in the third quarter, Chris.
There's the snap. That time, Sea Kings were lined up a little bit more in a somewhat traditional punt formation. Kick does roll past the 50, but the Mustangs will still get great field position. First and 10 Mustangs.
By the Mustangs, their first of the half. Gentlemen, we have a set of car keys.
And timeout, Maricosta.
Yeah, Mustangs definitely need to score here to cut this lead to a one-score game to really make a good effort here and set up what could be a good fourth quarter for the Mustangs.
Meantime, Tavai on the carry makes a nice cut, but it's brought down after about a 3-yard gain. Kind of an interesting timeout there for the Mustangs just after the offense was coming out onto the field. So it makes me think either defense was lined up in a formation they really just didn't like, or the Mustangs didn't have the personnel they wanted out on the field. Meantime, second and 8 coming up. Man in motion. Play action. Carpino looks deep, and that one is intercepted. Carpino throwing into triple coverage. Trying to see if coming back can make a play here. And instead, it turns out to be a big play for the Sea Kings defense.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough break for the Mustangs there, as the interception shifts the momentum back to the Palos Verdes Sea Kings.
8-yard run, so second and 2 coming up. Handoff. And that will be enough for a Sea King first down. Although does appear to be a flag on the play, and it is against the Sea King. So Mustangs get a little bit of a break there. Shotgun, handoff. A couple of nifty moves.
Yeah, that was a nice run by the Sea Kings. Let's see what this penalty is. I think it might be a holding downfield. Let's see where, and it is a holding against the Sea Kings. Let's see where they spot the ball after this penalty.
Well, they brought that one all the way back. A huge, again, another big break there for the Mustangs. Anytime defense responds well there.
Big third down play here for the Mustang defense.
3rd and 10. Sea Kings keep it on the ground, and the Mustangs defense comes up with the stop they needed. Boy, what a potentially big momentum turn here for the Mustangs. PV had twice converted first downs, but both times those first downs were negated due to penalty. So the Mustangs able to take advantage of PV miscues to try to get this ball back here now. And looks like, again, the Mustangs will get good field position, trailing 20-7. So let's see if the Mustangs can right back into this game. It's only a 2-score game, so if they score now, they have an entire fourth quarter to get that second touchdown. And because of the missed point after attempt earlier by the Sea Kings, that touchdown will put the Mustangs up.
Yeah, Frank Love was stopped at the line of scrimmage there on first down. They'll bring up second down and 10 for the Mustangs here late in the third quarter.
See 3 receivers set here for the Mustangs. And a flag does come in. It's motion against Maricosta.
That's a tough call there for the Mustangs. Motion call at the wrong time makes it now 2nd and 15 here for the Mustangs.
Meantime, Carpino over the middle, and they are saying incomplete. Looked like he may have been able to come up with that one, but no, incomplete is the call. So it's 3rd and long coming up. Shocking Carpino. He looks, he throws, and that is incomplete. So it's 4th down and likely punting coming up here for the Mustangs. And Tobias hammered as he kicks that one. It does bounce out of bounds, but that was a huge penalty there against the Sea Kings. They got caught for the roughing the kicker there.
Yeah, the Palos Verdes coach is quite upset about that play. I know Jonah with that rugby-style kick and him not fearing anybody coming in will attempt to try to draw that penalty at times with that late kick.
Yes, we even saw the PV coaching staff mimicking the play. Meantime, oh boy, is that caught? Oh, just incomplete. In and out of the hands of, looked like that may have been Keller back there, but either way, what a beautiful throw by Carpino. That might have been his best throw of the night. Meantime, Mustangs back on the ground, and they are stopped at the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 10 coming up. Looks like the PV sideline still upset about that roughing the kicker penalty. Meantime, play action. Carpino throws, and oh my goodness, almost intercepted. What would have been an amazingly athletic interception, but it does fall incomplete, so it's 4th and 10 Mustangs. And this time, Tafai decides to keep it, but it does not look like he got enough for the first down. Looks like he may have been just shy. In fact, he was. Of course, that's exactly PV coaching staff's argument on the roughing the kicker call. You got a guy who's basically a fullback out there, who's your punter, can easily tuck it away and run, and that's exactly what Tavai just did. Meantime, PV on the second down play. It's a bad snap. Recovered. Malachi McMahon was right in their face. Coming up with the tap tackle. It's 3rd and long, and that will do it for this third quarter. Mustangs trail 20-7.
The 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is on Sunday, October 29th at the Manhattan Beach Pier. The annual event brings together all walks of life for one common purpose: to support children with special needs and public education. The charity walk includes performances, celebrities, vendor exhibits, a kids fun zone, appearances by Nickelodeon characters, Los Angeles sports teams, and lots more. Register or donate today by logging on to SkechersFriendshipWalk.com. Pre-registration is $30 and $35 on the day of the event. Thank you for going the extra mile for children with special needs and education.
And welcome back to the fourth and final quarter in what's been an exciting Bay League matchup here as the Mustangs trailed the PVC Kings 20-7. Of course, Jeremy, before we get back into this fourth and final quarter, I believe we have a big event coming up here with Skechers. Tell me about it.
Yeah, Chris. Again, the 9th annual Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk is this Sunday coming up. I'm excited to participate in my first Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk. Again, it's an event to raise money for kids with special needs and education. So again, I'm excited to be a part of this. Looking forward to having a special halftime segment for next week's Redondo game at the Skechers Peer-to-Peer Friendship Walk. Again, I'm excited to be there, and it's a good event to raise money for kids with special needs.
Meantime, pass was incomplete, but it does look like there is a flag here against the Mustangs. And that will give the Sea Kings a free first down. PV back to the air and tackled quickly there by the Mustangs D. Nice job. 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 coming up.
Yeah, this is an important defensive stand here for the Mustangs. They definitely need to stop Palos Verdes here to get the ball back to the offense and hopefully get back into this game, as there's a timeout on the field with 11 minutes and 1 second left to go. Ball's loose, Chris. Ball is loose. I think the Mustangs might have gotten it, and they do.
What a big play by the Mustangs D. Boy, do they need that one.
Yeah, that was a huge play by the Mustangs D, forcing the fumble, getting the recovery, and now setting up in good field position here with plenty enough time to get back into the game. As we see another penalty on the Mustangs. Oh, that's a tough one there, Chris.
Yeah, boy, that could be a real backbreaker there. You know, you just get so pumped up thinking, this is a big.
So it's going to be first down and 15 for the Mustangs. Carpino here rolling to his left and looking left and not finding anybody here. So again, another penalty. I hope this one isn't against the Mustangs. Let's see what the ref calls, and it is going to be intentional grounding. Oh, another killer penalty for the Mustangs, and that's a loss of down. So that's going to be now second down and long for the Mustangs here. Hopefully the Mustangs offense can recover from those two penalties, as Vashon Hill is stopped in the backfield, again setting up a third down in what seems to be forever here for the Mustang offense.
Yeah, Mustangs, can definitely use a big play here. They could use whether that's Kellenbach or someone to really step up and make a play when they need it. And boy, did I call that one. Mustangs come up with that big play they needed.
Boy, you called it, and Kellenbach, he stepped up. He made the spin move. It's now 4th down and a reasonable distance. Mustangs will go for it.
Carpino back to throw, and oh no, it's another interception. A couple of broken tackles, and finally brought down, stopping the pick six, but boy, a big momentum buster there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, right when you think the Mustangs are going to make an effort to get back into the game, the turnover there, and now Palos Verdes is in prime position to pretty much seal this game here as the running back gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and now it's going to be a real tough job for the Mustangs to come back from this one, Chris.
The Mustangs catch a big break there with that big catch by Kellenbach, but the interception gave the momentum right back to the Sea Kings, and looks like they plan to keep Mr. Momentum on their side as they've now stretched this lead to 26-7 here in this fourth and final quarter.
Yeah, it's a three-score lead here for Palos Verdes. That 19-point lead just might be too much for this Mustang team to overcome, but they're going to keep fighting as we see a little reverse here as Franklove gets the ball and will get up towards past the 30-yard line. So there's plenty enough time if the Mustangs can get the ball in the end zone and get the ball back either on the onside kick or a quick 3-and-out. And oh wow, what a catch there by Salazar. Juggle and catch along the sideline. Carpino hit him in stride. Let's take another look at that play, Chris.
Yeah, for sure. You mentioned Carpino, the timing of that play, about as spot on as he can get. He pumped through, hit him in stride, fingertip catch there by Salazar. Outstanding job to not only reach out with his fingertips literally and pull that one in, but to stay in bounds in that process. So excellent concentration. Great throw by Carpino and a big quick strike down the field for the Mustangs to get them in prime position here at the 30-yard line. Play action. Carpino, and no, that one looked like he was about to get rid of it, but instead he is brought down for a sack.
That was a tough play there for the Mustang offense. Like you mentioned, it looked like Carpino was going to get rid of it, but he took the sack there, and that will, again, put the Mustangs in long field position here on 2nd down as Tavai gets a couple, but is stopped short as Palos Verdes it takes half the Sea Kings to bring them down.
Of course, both these last two plays, clock killers, if you will. The Carpino play, if he is able to get rid of that one and just throw that one incomplete, it stops the clock. Instead, the sack kept the clock moving. So let's see if the Mustangs can hopefully get a quick strike here. Meantime, it's 4th down coming up, 4th and long. So huge 4th down. This could be the ball game in reality for the Mustangs. Carpino throws, and oh boy, just when he needed it, what a huge play. That's complete, and that will be enough for a Mustangs first down. Carpino to Fisher.
Yeah, that was a key. Just keeping the Mustangs heads above water play to get that first down here as the throw is incomplete into the end zone on first down. Pass interference against Palos Verdes, so this Mustang drive is continuing.
Of course, with the some of the injuries the Mustangs have had this season, it's challenging for the offense to really find that go-to player, as there's just been so many injuries. It's really been hard to find that consistency. So hopefully tonight, between Kellenbach, who has been maybe the most consistent Mustangs offensive weapon all year, and now Fisher steps up, Salazar with the big catch. So Mustangs finally trying to get some playmakers here. Is that one almost over the outstretched hands of the defensive player? That would have been an easy touchdown. Instead, it is incomplete. Carpino now going to the corner of the end zone on third down, and it is incomplete. Looked like Kellenbach came down with it, but not able to come down with it inbounds. So it is a fourth down situation here for the Mustangs. Carpino in shotgun. He looks middle. It's a QB keeper. He throws on the run, though. And no good. It looked like he put it in a good spot, but Mustangs not able to come up with the clutch catch. Instead, it is a turnover on downs, and the Sea Kings will take over.
Yeah, you mentioned the struggles the Mustang offense, particularly the passing attack, has had in gaining that consistency through the season. Remember, you had Reed Bray starting off this season, and then because of his injuries, Carpino's had to step up, and then you had Eddie Berga-Donovan go down with a shoulder injury earlier this season, and then Malachi McMahon, who made a couple tremendous catches early on in the season, went down with that turf toe as we saw him back in action on defense this game. And it's been a tough haul for this Mustang offense to get consistency in the passing attack.
Yeah, you can add Cole Trejo, of course, to that mix as well, as Cole opened up the season looking like very much like a top skilled player here for the Mustangs. But his injury, combined with the others you mentioned, it's really been a tough go for the Mustangs offense this season. Again, it's just finding healthy bodies that can be out there every week, getting that time and those reps in together.
Yeah, luckily the Mustangs, like you mentioned earlier this game, have that tremendous stable of running backs, and that's what has really just kept this Mustang offense rolling. As we see an injured player here out on the field, hopefully he'll be okay. We'll see who that is in just a moment. But like I was saying, that stable of Mustang backs, I mean, you had Malachi McMahon, who started off again establishing himself as that go-to back, and then with his injury, Vashon Hill has done an admirable job stepping up in his senior year and really filling in and making sure that this team went undefeated in Bay League action.
Of course, Mustangs almost get another blocked punt there, but of course, a lot of credit out to Kellenbach as well, as he has definitely been that consistent target, regardless of whether it's been Carpino or Reed Vibray. So with just under 4 minutes to go here in this fourth and final quarter, Mustangs trailing 7-26. Mustangs incomplete. Oh boy, good coverage downfield. Almost broke that one. That would have been a big play right there. Second and 10. And, hit in the backfield was the Mustangs running back. What a huge play there by the Sea Kings. That's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, it was a tremendous hit by the Sea King defender there, Chris.
Meantime, Carpino steps up, throws, and that one is intercepted. What a great diving play by the safety for the Sea Kings. Comes up with the pick. I believe that's the third interception of the night for the Sea Kings defense. Of course, just like our teams back when Guy Gardner was the coach for us, this Palos Verde team is very well balanced. It's not just about the offense. They play a pretty good defensive game as well, as they've shown it tonight, really creating quite a few turnovers that's really helped hurt this Mustang momentum.
Yeah, and this Sea King team has once again will at least have a share of the first place in the Bay League as they play their rivals Peninsula next week. Maricosta will be playing Redondo for what essentially will be second place in Bay League. Like you mentioned, Peninsula isn't one of the powers in the Bay League, so Palos Verdes should be able to cinch up yet another Bay League title.
Meantime, Mustang's players again showing the wear and tear of a day game here in Palos Verdes. Second and long coming up here for PV, and officials getting this one set here. They put the ball in the wrong spot.
Sea Kings are out in victory formation.
Thank you for your attendance.
And as the clock continues to roll, that will do it, folks. Sea Kings come away with the 26-7 victory, keeping their Bay League win streak active, 4-0 in the Bay League, and in a firm position here with, as you mentioned, at least a share of the Bay League title. Meantime, the Mustangs drop their first Bay League contest. That will move the Mustangs to 4-5 overall and 3-1 in the Bay League. Again, their first Bay League loss. So let's see if the Mustangs can turn things around next week against arch rival Redondo. And as you mentioned, what will be a battle for second place in the Bay League and a guaranteed spot in the CIF playoffs. Let's hope this week of rest here can help the Mustangs continue to get some able bodies back healthy and in the lineup so they can be good to go here against Redondo. Of course, that game at Maricosta, so big contest for the Mustangs. We'll see you next week, fans. Meantime, let's go down to the field and get player and coach reactions.
This is Jeremy Sadowski with senior Ryan Ohanesian. Ryan, tough loss for the Mustangs today versus PV. Mustangs got to get ready for Redondo. What are your thoughts on the Seahawks?
I mean, they're a very good team. I thought our defense played really well tonight with there was little goofs, but they were smacking people, and that's really all we can ask for. Our offense just has to produce, and then we can beat the Seahawks. It's not an issue as long as we practice hard. That's all that matters. We haven't had a single week of hard practice this entire year, so that's unfortunate. But if we want to go to the playoffs, then it's got to happen this week, or it's a wrap. We turn our gear in the following Monday.
Well, he always played 100%, gave 100% for his team, and he just embodies all the personality, all the characteristics of a Mustang, and we are honored that he served his country and he served his team. And if we could be even just 10% like him, we know that we'll be very great people in the future.